Good morning! It's 1:15 on Sunday the 11th of August, and I set off from Dundee just over an hour ago. I've walked about 3 miles, easy miles on a solid surface, tarmac more or less all the way up to now, and I can't see it changing very much. I know I'm coming to a place called Broughty Ferry quite soon, which I've been to before when I was here a week ago, just sort of checking out places to find some internet, but you'll be pleased to know I won't be talking about that ever again, and everything's fine. It took me a little bit longer to load up this morning than I anticipated. I had one or two little minor problems of my own making, but I got there and I got it published. So I hope you enjoy day 484. So we're on day 485 now, and my intention is to walk to Carnoustie, which a lot of people will immediately relate to with golf. And this part of the world, we've got several major courses, including St Andrews, and this is where some of the big competitions take part, you know, with good players from all over the world. The world's very best come here in their droves, and I hope we might get a chance to see Carnoustie later on. The weather was a forecast of rain, quite heavy rain. Well, up to now I'm doing all right. It is drizzling very, very slightly, but nothing to worry me particularly, and it's a grand morning for a walk, or should I say a grand afternoon for a walk, and I reckon it's going to be about 9 to 10 miles in total, so everything's going extremely well. See you later. I've walked for about 3 miles now, we're just over an hour from the middle of Dundee, and I bumped into Archie. Now Archie, you was nearly talking me into it there about the kilt walk. Can you tell me what that's all about, please?
Well, it's just any child you want in Scotland, or just full stop.
Yes.
But it's obviously kilt walk. You wear a kilt, but you don't have to, and you can start with St Andrews to Montefife, which is 25 miles.
Yes.
Or you can do a tapered. Right. You can see Montefife and walk over a bridge, or you can start in Dundee,
yes,
or Broughty Ferry, or whatever. You can do it as little or how long you want.
Right.
Have you? So, do you mean? Yes. So.
And this is next weekend, you say?
Next Sunday the 18th.
Next Sunday the 18th.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
I don't know quite where I'm going to be by then, but nevertheless, it sounds very interesting. I've got to be honest with you, I've always fancied wearing a kilt, and it might, please don't misunderstand me, I'm only saying this jokingly, it brings out the transvestite in me. But more practical is the fact that that means I wouldn't have to wash shorts and underpants on a regular basis, because they tell me that the Scotsmen, they don't wear anything underneath the kilt. Is this true, Archie?
That's correct, yes, it is.
It really?
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Oh, well, that's very,
yes,
that's very interesting. Oh, well, I think I'll join up then. Let's hope the weather improves.
Well, yes, you're right there.
Don't want any gusty winds, do we?
I'm keeping my fingers toes crossed. Right, anyway, it's been nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Yes, indeed. Take care.
Very nice. Very, very nice to meet you.
Yes,
Lovely
indeed.
lad. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye now. This lovely couple are just walking into Dundee. They say they've never done the walk before.
No.
Do I? Sorry, I didn't ask your name. Sorry.
Catherine.
And Alan.
Alan. So let me start with you, Alan.
Yeah.
So you say this is the first time you've had a go at this?
Yeah, we usually just stop about. We thought this was part of the Port Authority, so that's why we usually cut up the other way. But
Right.
yeah, that's the first time. And
Right.
yeah, so that's the first time we've done
that's
this walk.
interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a lot of cyclists. I know.
Yeah.
Strictly
Yeah.
speaking, this is
Yeah.
actually just a cycle path.
Yeah, but it said
isn't it?
we wouldn't have come on it, but it did say walkers as well. There's a sign back
right.
there
Oh,
that
well,
says
that's
walkers,
fair.
so we're all right.
We're legal and
Yeah.
above board.
Yeah, because I've got to be honest with you, I do have the odd skirmish with cyclists who
Oh, yeah.
walk
I'm sure
on
you
the
do.
coastal path
Yeah.
and leave all them tracks, and they
Yeah,
don't
I'm
give you
sure
much
you do.
room, and they
Yeah.
come in about 25
Yeah.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I've had one or two heated arguments
I
with
bet
one
you
or two of these people, who you just point out to them very, very politely. Look, this is
yeah.
not. This is this is done as
A shared
Just-
path.
Absolutely.
just a pedestrian
Yeah,
walk, and
yeah.
you shouldn't really be cycling. But
Yeah.
the responses you get sometimes can be quite bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Really, I'm sure they can
you
be.
know,
I'm sure they can be.
but never mind. But no, it's a lovely part of the world. This, I've been very impressed with the Fife walk. It's been
Good. Yeah.
absolutely
The
gorgeous.
East Nook of Fife, have you been round East
Yes,
Nook? Yeah, it's
yes.
lovely there, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
but this is
lovely.
nice as well if you keep carrying on. It's good that you can go right to Carnoustie. So you've got about another 10 miles to go.
Thereabouts. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So yeah, that's about 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, if you can step it out.
Yeah.
I was on the coastal path yesterday, and it was particularly muddy after all that.
Oh,
week
the
I was
rain.
there.
Yeah.
I walked from Anstruther to Crail,
Yes,
and I
yes,
was
yes.
going to go up to St Andrews, but it's about a 10-mile stretch of nothing apart
Oh,
from
is
it. It's
it?
very exposed, and I
Oh,
thought
right,
there was a risk
okay.
of rain, and
Yeah.
it was really muddy anyway, so
Oh, right.
I gave it a miss,
Decided against
but,
it.
and just came through to Dundee.
I don't know what the path's like are. It's fine all the way to Moneyfeast, because we go to Moneyfeast sometime.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then actually you go over
there's
the
yeah,
golf course,
course,
yeah,
yeah.
which is good. And then, it's actually all right, actually. We have walked to
There is
Carnoustie.
a bit where it floods.
Yes, there is actually.
Yes.
So you'll have to be careful
Yeah.
for
I
that,
will.
yeah.
And here's a train and a
Right.
cyclist. So look, it's been a pleasure
Yes,
meeting
you
you.
too. And I'll have a wee look at your...
Have a nice walk. So you're going to get a bus back as well then?
We'll
I
just
assume?
walk a wee bit further. Our car's back there, so we'll just walk a bit and then we'll walk back.
Yeah.
We just wanted to see it, really.
Yeah.
Because you come down to the sort of new centre down
Yes,
there.
the V&A and all that, yeah.
Yeah, it's worth a look.
Yeah, it's
it
nice.
looks
It's
rather
nice
nice,
there.
and they made a good
Yeah.
job of the docks.
They have.
Lovely to meet you
Good
both.
to meet you. You
Good
as
to
well.
meet you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Bye bye
you.
now. Bye
Thanks.
bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
All the best.
Cheers now.
Right.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Well, I'm not far from Broughty Ferry now, and I must admit I'm gagging for a cup of tea, and I bumped into these two ladies who are all kitted out with Macmillan Cancer Support, and you. So I didn't ask your name. Your name is?
Karen.
Karen
and Maggie.
And Maggie. I know we've just had a quick chat. So what's this Macmillan Cancer thing? You're in training then?
Yeah, we're doing a bit of training. We're doing a 26-mile hike from Callander to Klin called the Rob Roy Way on the 31st of August.
Yes.
For Macmillan Cancer Supports. We're raising funds.
Yes.
Obviously for this. It's really good cause. So we're just out training today. So we've had a walk from Dundee to Carnoustie and back again. So we're almost back at Dundee.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well, you've done very well then. How long's that taken you altogether?
So far about 5.5 hours. So
yes.
By the time we get back, probably about 6.5 hours.
Yes, I would say probably just over about
18 miles, about 6.5 hours, about 3 miles.
How often do you do that kind of practice?
We try to do that at the weekend. We're not always together.
No.
Yes.
My brother, who has been living with leukemia, he's actually away this weekend. He's doing the walk with us.
Yes.
So it's always one or the other.
Yes.
Yes. About 3 times a week we do at least 5 miles in the morning,
right.
but longer walks.
Have you got Fitbits and all this stuff?
No.
Have you not bothered with that?
My phone's telling me
right.
every now and again.
Oh,
I've got a pacer app.
Right.
And it tells me how far I've walked and how long.
Yes, well, that's fair enough if you've got the information. It's something just to keep a record as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
And people tell me as well that there's a walk, you might know something about it, about men in kilts kind of thing. There's a sponsored walk, I think, next weekend.
Oh, that's the kilt walk.
The kilt walk.
Yeah. A lot of people are supporting that. I think it's for Alzheimer's this year. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes.
But certainly I think is it 10k?
There's three different
kilt walks.
Right.
They all start at the same starting point, but you can do 5, 10 and 15.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking about
it's always well attended.
Yeah. I thought it might be a really good practical idea for me to wear a kilt because it'll save me having trouble washing my shorts and underpants.
Yes.
and the only thing is
cool.
Well, it's just the high wind that frightens me. I don't want to get arrested.
Just check the weather before you start.
Lovely to meet you, ladies.
Perfect.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
And if you send me a message, I'll put it in the fact that you're doing this, and you might get something from my people.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye now.
Enjoy the rest of your travels.
Cheers now. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye. So I've reached Broughty Ferry and met these two lovely people. I've been asking them where I can get a cup of tea, and they've given me some top tips, so I'm going to have a look at that. And they was also telling me that they can see the rain moving in and it's going to be here by about 4 o'clock, which prompts me to think I'll have a cup of tea and get a bus back to Dundee and come back here tomorrow and start. I don't fancy getting wet, plus the fact that apparently 2 ladies told me that Carnoustie, the golf club, is completely flooded and you have to walk around it, which is quite dangerous. So your name is?
I'm Pauline.
Pauline?
And I'm Barry.
Barry. You seem pretty knowledgeable about this area, Barry. Are you actually a local man?
I stayed in Carnoustie for quite a few years.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I know it's famous for the golf. Everybody's heard of it, I guess. And St Andrews, everybody seems to be. I've seen so many wonderful golf courses. I'm not a golfer myself, but there's a lot of interesting golf in this area.
There is, and I could highly recommend it, Drummoig Golf Course, which is halfway between Dundee and St Andrews.
Really? Ah, that's interesting. I've still got that bit to do yet, because I've got a friend coming up from Wales that I'm going to be doing some walking with, so I'm saving that really nice part for him, so it won't take long to drive back there. And so are you just on a holiday or something now? then, or
No,
you just-
we're just over here for a walk. We live across in Wormit, which is just across the River Tay.
Ah, right.
So we come over to Broughty Ferry quite a lot and
Yes.
just have a walk round and a nice snack here. Lots of nice little
Very
places
nice.
for a snack.
Yeah.
So.
Just a pity it's just not so nice today, is it?
Not so nice, no.
You know. But then again, this weather forecast, it's been telling you one thing and doing another
That's
for the
right.
last fortnight,
That's
hasn't it?
right.
I've had
I
all
know.
sorts of
I
experiences with it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. You don't want to be flooded.
No,
There's
no.
been a lot of that around about here
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
Well, yes, so
Yeah.
gather. I mean, I don't mind walking in the rain, but you can't film in the rain.
No,
that's the problem,
no,
you know,
that's
and
right.
so it's a
Yeah.
waste of time,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But look, it's been really nice meeting
And you.
Thank you for your
Lovely.
good
All
advice.
the best.
And I'll go and have. What did you say, Matt? The speciality at this cafe? You said
Oh, I've just had a lovely plateful of Moroccan bean soup.
Moroccan bean soup.
Yeah.
That sounds fabulous. I'll give
It
that.
is. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I'll get myself around there. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to
Right,
meet
all
you
the
and good
best.
luck
Right.
with the
Bye-bye
rest
now.
of your
Bye-bye.
trip.
Right.
Right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, don't know. You've improved it. You've made it much better. Thank you very much. It's 2:45 now, and you can see by the people walking down the street and the surroundings that it's starting to rain now, and it looks as if it's going to set in quite heavy. I also was told by the two ladies earlier on who were in the training session for a big walk that they'd walked Carnoustie and had problems because the golf course is completely flooded, and they had to walk around and on a road, and they said it was quite dangerous, and I don't fancy that in the wet either. So I'm going to call it a day. The bus stop's just around the corner. I put quite a nice little shift in. I've done 7 miles, which is quite good, and it's going to be quite easy for me to bring the van up here tomorrow. There's loads of parking space, especially on the front, so I've made good progress. I'm dead happy with that, and I'll make my way back now to Dundee and get my feet up for the afternoon, watch a bit of football, have a few beers, and have an early night tonight and make an early start tomorrow. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and this is going to be a short version obviously that's going to be tacked on to tomorrow's walk, so I've got lots of time to edit it, and I'm very pleased with today. It's been lovely. It's just been a really nice easy walk, and it's better to do something than nothing. See you later. Bye now.